It's the child.
Square, square.
Dirty. That's before. That's the whole turbo kit then.
The motor has ports for it.
Okay, go. All right, take it out. So we're here at Ace's getting some fittings and a screw so we can put it on the oil lines on the turbo. So Joe, what are we doing today?
So we gotta get bolts for the oil drain for this turbo right here. So we're at Ace because Ace has everything, if you didn't know. Well, I need to...
Soon you will be mine and you will be underneath.
So cool about this fitting. Typical oil drains are just circles and people will RTV shit around here. It's not the way to do it. This fitting actually has that transition from the actual oil drain into the dash 10 and it's O-ring. So you don't have to worry about seizing shit up.
Now we know. We are finally buying everything. We're holding it like a baby, bro. It's the child. What are we going to Harbor Freight for again?
I need jack stands.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
We have them, but I don't want to pull them off the cars, and we'll need more anyway, so just buy some jack stands.
Alright, so I guess we're going to Harbor Freight. 3 hours of sleep is not helping. I drank like 2 coffees today. It's not helping. I need some Gas Monkey energy drink.
Bang.
Bang bang. It's not gonna work. I tried it so many times. I need something strong. Gas Monkey energy drink. I get the blue. I get the blue. Thought we're getting the Jag. Oh, that's my baby. You supposed to treat it right. Like all the turbo kits, all the turbo accessories for the turbo. Ready?
Ready.
Damn. You all sweaty as hell. No. This camera shoots in HD and 4K too. Watch it. Here. Yes. 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 What are you doing, sir?
You gonna take the intake manifold off?
It's gonna take the whole thing. This whole thing right here is gonna have to come off because of the turbo. It's saying that we have to do something with the turbo.
So we gotta take the intake manifold off because of the oil, our oil pressure for the turbo. So the oil feed line's right underneath. It's right here. We could probably get it out without removing the intake manifold, but I mean we might as well remove it and do it the right way. So that's why the intake manifold's coming off.
Take the whole thing. This is the first time that this motor's literally getting taken apart. I'm very stoked to see how dirty it is under there, or you know, just some secrets that lie underneath that. I need coffee. I'm all like, ugh.
Just cleaning off the surface right here for the oil drain before I put this oil fitting on. A little bit of acetone and wipe it down. Like I told you before, this fitting is actually, you see the shape here.
Okay, I see it.
Square, square. Oil fittings before used to just be a circle. You used to have to get a paper gasket or make your own gasket, and a lot of people didn't want to do that, so they actually put RTV. And what happens is they over RTV it. The heat actually wears out the RTV, and you start getting oil leaks. And the RTV actually has a tendency to go into the turbo oil passages and gunk up the bearings and it up. Now these are available. They're already O-ringed, and they're the shape of this, so the transition, you won't have any problems with oil. Taking this chunk out for the fitting.
Oh, it's plastic?
It's just foam.
Oh, it's foam?
It's just sound and heat. It's just a sound insulator under the intake.
As soon as we opened it, man, that thing was dirty. But it has a lot of miles on it, so you know, what can you expect? But damn.
You get for not using a catch can.
Oh no. That's before? Right there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And that's after. Damn, that thing is dirty. Oh man, oh man, oh man. What you think? Is it the worst motor you've seen so far?
Nah.
It's not that bad, right?
No, we've seen some bad ones. Some gunked up ones.
Joe. Okay, so Joe, he put the oil feed right here. We're gonna take it out. Basically, it was a perfect bolt for it. We got it at Harbor Freight, huh? This boat at Harbor Freight?
The what?
We got this boat at Harbor Freights, right? This is the one?
What? That's fitting?
Yeah.
No, that's custom made, sir.
Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad. My bad.
This is a banjo fitting. Banjo fitting, so you see that hole right there? So whatever liquid or air will pass through this hole, come out this hole, and there's like a valley in this. This is the banjo fitting, it's the banjo bolt. So it'll come through here and pass out through there. And this is to feed the turbo. Now there are ways, like they sell for the V8 stuff, LS, and actual like LT1 stuff like that. There's an actual like sandwich you can put between your engine oil cooler and you just run your fitting there. And there's also a filter sandwich plate. But these LV3s are different. No one makes an adapter for it. No one makes a sandwich plate for it. And I didn't want to get an oil filter sandwich plate because the truck's already pretty low. And I didn't want to lower the filter any. So what I figured out was this is actually the pressure sensor for the truck. This sensor, a oil pressure sensor. There's this fitting that that was just blocked off. So I figured out the thread size, and I just got a banjo bolt. To dash. This is an M16 by 1.5, and this is to a dash 6 AN, but we need dash 4, so I just got a reducer, and now it's dash 4. And it clears the intake manifold.
It goes in properly.
Yep, all we had to do was cut the foam a little bit. That's what you saw me do earlier, and it just goes right in there.
Cool, clean and simple.
That's why we had to take the manifold off, but you don't got to with anything down low, and you just make your lines. Organizing all your AN fittings, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of fittings.
Yeah, everybody's like, dude, I could build the turbo kit for $2 grand. You have to look at that.
That's the whole turbo kit then, huh?
I got like $2 grand and nothing but fittings. Unless you want to run it like this.
Figure out the oil feed now.
Well, yeah, I didn't have any straight line stuff. I didn't think about it, but we could actually run it underneath the intake, I think. All right, so right now we're still running all the oil lines and stuff. I got the fitting on the turbo for the feed. Journal bearings don't need some people say you need a restrictor on this feed. Journal bearings don't, or at least Borg Warners don't need restrictors. And we have the return bolted down. This is dash 10 AN, and this is dash 4. So these are all like the majority of the AN fittings we'll need. We have one on the wastegate, and then we just need to drill this hole right here so we can feed the air pressure to the wastegate so it knows when to crack open. Yeah, basically today is making a bunch of lines. The hard part was pretty much done at All Performance Exhaust, and the only other thing we have to do is finish out running the pipe to the intercooler. I didn't want those guys to stay too late figuring it out when we still had to take the grill off.
What's going down right now?
So I gotta take the cover off because we gotta drill. So Borg Warner has ports for it. So this port right here is gonna feed. It's gonna give you the pressure for the wastegate to let it know when to crack open. It'll hold the wastegate to 7 pounds and help hold the spring, and that's when it'll start to crack open. But you don't have to use this. We usually use a manifold block, but when we mount the turbos up front, but since this one's in the rear, we want to keep the lines as close as we can. So we just gotta drill a hole out here. They already have it threaded for you. You just gotta finish the hole. And so I gotta take this cover off real fast.
I think it's sharp.
It's a billet wheel, man.
So what?
It's a billet wheel turbo. So Borg Warner is a good, so we usually run Garrett's, but Garrett turbos are like dual ball bearing, billet wheel, stainless housing, like the best of the best. They don't have really a cheap version. Garrett turbo similar to this would be $3,500. This turbo is a billet wheel. Borg Warner makes it, American made, and it's good for 1,000 horsepower. So that's why Borg Warner is a really good alternative, a cheaper alternative to Garrett. Yeah, it's got a journal bearing, it's not a ball bearing, but like I said, 1,000 horsepower capable turbo, kind of hard to do.
I cut myself head off.
So this is the fitting now. We drilled the hole and we got the right fitting to run to the wastegate. So now we're just tightening that back in with some thread sealant.
Thread sealant?
Yeah. It's an NPT thread. Nah, I don't know. Or do two at least. Do the one on this. That's good. Now we're threading.
Does it have to be positioned in a certain way?
I'm just trying to get it close. This one just don't move. This one was like this. Dash 4. The feed is a dash 4 AN, and this is the feed fitting. So that's just gonna feed oil to the turbo, or it's gonna connect to that fitting up front that we put on. Huh? As long as it don't follow me.
Mounting it on there so we can mount the turbo. Yeah, the turbo's already on there?
Sure.
Yeah. What are we doing right now?
Putting the oil feed lines.
You can get it on there. So I only bought 90-degree dashboard fittings. I don't know why. Should have bought a straight or a 45. So we're working with what we have.
We're putting in the oil lines in there.
Yeah,
Oil feed lines.
Yeah, you can put it in like that. That's how I had it.
Guess what, guys? We're gonna get some tacos. You ready for some tacos? No, you know what? Nah, we need tortas in our life because it fills us up faster and it's delicious.
This place is the spot.
Tacos are badass, but sometimes you gotta switch it up a little.
Yes.
Una torta, por favor. Quiero una torta, por favor. Tengo hambre. I didn't eat nothing today. Just drank coffee. That's my breakfast and lunch. Sylvester he's building the oil line right now, making it, shortening it.
Yeah, so he's making the oil feed line right now, oil feed and return line. Right now he's working on the feed line. We got it mounted up to the motor. He ran it to the back, so he knows where he needs to cut it, install the fitting, and then he can tuck everything, the line up so it doesn't fall.
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're not there.
No.
Okay.
I am stuffed. We ate. I didn't really want to record us eating because I didn't have the energy to record. Now I have enough energy. Right now we're gonna see what they did so far. What did you say you did already? Oil lines are done.
Okay, so we just need to tighten it.
Yeah, that end is over.
Okay, so we'll tighten it before we put the both intake manifold down. So we got to do the oil return. We got to run it to the oil pump and then run from the pump to. We have a fitting that goes on the oil fill. That's a -10, so it's gonna return back into the motor to the valve cover. That way you don't have to drill into your oil pan. You don't have to drill into your block or anything, or weld anything. It's all pretty much bolt on. This is the oil pump. It's a TurboWorks Exa pump, the best oil pump you can actually buy. It's made for this. Don't cheap out on an oil pump. Our kit will come with this pump automatically. That way you don't have any issues with the oil return.
We're gonna be mounting it on the side of the frame.
Yeah, so I have rib nuts. I don't think I have the right size. For now, we're just gonna use sheet metal screws, and then I think Omar will come back in a few days or whatever when I get the rib nuts in, and we'll put rib nuts, and that way it'll be the actual bolt.
What you doing right now?
I am making the fitting.
The oil pump is gonna be right here. This right here is gonna connect to the turbo. There's two of them that he's gonna do. One of them is on. So Joe's gonna be cutting a hole.
Cutting a hole for the intercooler piping. I'm gonna try and get it done today. I think I need two 45-degree turn bends, and that'll finish off what I need for the intercooler.
Can't really finish it right now today because we're still have to take it to Caesar.
Yeah, so we can't even hook it up to the motor because we need to get it tuned. Even if I got all the intercooler done today, it wouldn't even be right there. So this is the oil return line. Is what we're running right now. So the turbo return drain from the turbo goes to the oil pump, and then from the pump it goes back to the motor, and we're sending it up to the valve cover. So again, you don't have to drill or tap anything. This is what we're running right now, from the valve cover to the oil pump.
All right, did the measurements. I'm just gonna cut it from right there where the tape is at. There's a lot of hose left over.
Running the wires for the oil pump for the turbo.
It'll make turbo noises. It just won't.
Yeah, the only benefit of today is just that it's gonna go.
Oh, we gotta.
Oh wait, no, it's not.
The vacuum lines for the.
No, the blowout valve is not gonna be. We're not putting the blowout valve right now.
No, but I gotta connect the wastegate to the turbo. That's only one line.
The Teflon tape.
You put Teflon tape so it won't leak.
It points this way. Drive shaft's right here on this side. This is going to be pointing towards the turbo, and it's going to go into the cold side.
Finally clamping everything down.
Hoping it's playing the dicky, huh? If you open up just a little bit more, it'll be easier. Here, and then just connect how they left it.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to all performance exhaust for them to do that part, right?
So they can actually see what it is to get it done.
Yep.
And then they can knock it out.
Easier.
So the plan with the kit is to probably sell you this piece, include this the 90 that goes here, and it'll have the blow-off valve, and it'll have the mass airflow flange, and it'll have an extension for your mass airflow sensor, and then that way all they have to make is the piece to connect to the intercooler, and then the other cold side.
I mean.
Oh, all right. So you can run the ports on the top or the bottom. We did see a few posts that say it's upside down, so you can run them however you want. And someone said it's backwards because it has an M on it, so you can choose to show or not to show the M. Air just passes through here, through the fin, cool your charged air coming through the port. There's no real inlet, there's no real outlet, there's no real upside down or right side up. Theoretically, you can run this however you want. You can even lay it flat on the floor and let the air come up like this.
What else is left towards?
Today, it got late.
Oh yeah, big time.
But again, guys, this is what happens when you put shit together.
This is the first prototype.
It's not this is the first prototype. Not a, and this isn't a TV show. It'll like to you, it'll seem like it took 15 minutes, but it took all day.
It's gonna take me all day to edit this video.
We're running the lines today. We're hooking up the wastegate. We're gonna finish out the cold side. I'm gonna finish out this side. The next time you come back, and Turtle will work on putting. We have an air fuel gauge and a boost gauge and a vacuum block. We'll work on connecting the blow-off valve and all that stuff. So you have all that running. Finish this side of the cold side out, and then we'll let All Performance finish this side. And then that way, if you guys decide to buy the kit, if you're in Houston, you guys can go there, and they know what it is now. So they pretty much know how to run it. Whether, actually, almost any truck, man, really. The whole purpose of this kit is to be as universal as possible. This is a Silverado. If it was a 5.3, it'd almost be exactly the same thing. If it was a 03 or 01 to 2006 or 7, it'd be nearly identical install. 2007 to 2013, it's a nearly identical install. Ford, it's a little different, but it's almost identical. You're just running piping. So essentially, that turbo with the bends you saw that I made essentially is your new muffler, and they're just welding that up. Now they're not going to run your oil lines for you. You do have to take it back off. But if you guys saw in the last video when All Performance was when we were there, we took it off, and it was really quick to get off. We put it back on here, and then we just ran on the oil lines. It is kind of a DIY. You can probably take it somewhere where they'd make your oil lines for you and stuff like that. But you know, the kit will include the AN lines, the AN fittings, the adapter fittings, everything you need to run your oil line. And if you have basic tools and some skill, you can run your own lines. You know, it's not that hard.
Is tight already? Yeah.
Damn.
This thing is tight.
It's tight. She tight, bro. She tight. Ooh, I can't wait for that blow-up valve.
It's turning gold already. That's pretty sick. This is our stainless right here. The stainless we made. The truck will be making turbo noises when it leaves.
Oh, there's the oil.
Huh?
You need something to puncture a hole in this thing.
Just pour a little bit in there, man. We're just testing.
I poured the whole thing in there.
You poured the whole thing in there?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah, look, I put it in the thing and it sucked it all in.
Try it, prime it, Mundo. We're just priming it. So right now we're just priming the oil pump. It does work. That's what's gonna be pulling the oil from the turbo. You'll see it right now. Okay.
That's it?
Yep. Bug it works. Bug it works. It works.
It works?
Yeah. Dude, prime it, Mundo.
Okay, we're gonna do it again.
Some more. Yeah. Damn, bro. Look at that oil.
You're looking at.
See if there's any trash in there.
Does not. Want to keep that for a lava lamp?
Damn, that's actually pretty cool for a lava lamp. Right now, Joe is dumping the oil, taking out the screw from the bottom.
I mean, it's warm.
It's warm?
Yeah, it's not cold.
Oh, it's not that bad then.
Oh my, where's your oil filter? It's on the other side.
It's on the other
I
side.
found it. Rody through a fish, 100%.
3, 2, 1. Alright, what type of oil are we gonna put on?
So we're putting red line oil.
Yes, special sauce.
Best oil you can put in there with a little bit of a cocktail mixture of the day.
Yeah.
Red line.
I didn't know
additive.
about that.
So this increases your zinc and all the other stuff. This is what you put in to like break, what we use to break in new motors. But I add it to my vehicles every now and then. We're gonna add it to Omar because it'll help the turbo bearings and it'll help just everything with the motor. Just that much more. That's why we're adding it right now.
She gonna get drunk.
So we got $15.50 because now we're turboed.
$1. Oh damn, it looks so thirsty. What the fuck happened?
There's a secret sauce right here. You guys ain't putting this in your Cam Silverado.
Damn, bro, that looks like NyQuil.
This is that secret right here.
Not so secret now, it's on video.
Nah, it's just an additive, man. I mean, it helps with bearing life like that. So for 5 ports, you take 6. We're gonna put an extra one in
That's
there.
it?
Nah, it's more in there.
Put on more. Alright, what else is next? The fuse, what?
Huh?
The fuses?
Fuel pump fuses.
We have to run it inside. Why again?
Because that's where your accessory fuses and it's for the oil pump. So probably just cut a hole in that. Well, we're just like right here. They just follow right here.
Thank you.
Hey, my finger.
Yeah. Sounds better than usual. Yeah. Huh? Turn it off. You feel it?
I see water.
Well, we're just checking if the air's going through there and the turbo's working properly. What the f is that? Water?
Yeah, that's water.
What do you think, Joe?
I mean, we're getting oil back, so
But it's spitting it.
it's alright.
You said because there's air still in
There
there.
may be air in it. The line may be f***ing huge, which is what you want. You don't want too small of a line, or you don't want it to get backed up to where it'll start blowing smoke out of the turbine housing because it can't get out fast enough. He's just gonna hardwire this.
Other than that, it sounds great.
We'll see. Once it gets a hardwired, maybe we'll jack it up and pull the filter. See, make sure it's spinning.
Turbine wheel?
But he's gonna solder the wire.
Oh, we're gonna turn it on, right?
He's soldering that wire.
Just don't rev it. All right, here we go, guys. See if this. Wait, hold on. Trying to find it right now. Okay, go. Yeah, it's going. It's not going fast though. Rev it a little. There you go. Rev it. So if it spins slow it out, idle fast?
It's fine.
It's fine? If it spins slow.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
that's
based on the
nice.
housing. So if that's the larger housing. So
Yeah.
the turbine housing, because yours hasn't come in yet. This COVID is pushing everything back. But we have our turbo with the larger AR housing in the back, and if it's as long as it's spinning, it's fine. So if we get the smaller housing, it should spin a little bit faster. But right now, let's put a load on it and see what it sounds like.
Cool. Alright, we're gonna have to put that filter back on though. Well guys, we're almost close to the end of this video, so like and subscribe, turn the bell notification on, be part of the legacy, keep pushing video content and keep making some badass interesting content. That's the goal. So yeah, become part of the legacy. Oh, we're still trying to figure out the merch deal. So you guys have the opportunity to win a 6.2. This bad boy right here. Well, not this one exact, but a 6.2. What do you think?
A6.2. The more that's sold, the more we'll do to the motor. So if
Yeah,
we sell
cam and
X
all that.
amount, we'll do a cam. If we sell more, we'll put the heads. And if we sell more, we'll either stroke the motor out or we'll include a transmission. Or if we sell so much, we'll do both.
So yeah, like and subscribe, turn the bell notification on, and we'll see you on the next one. Become part of the legacy. Wait, first we're gonna have to hear it when we leave.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it's not done yet. Hold on.
We're gonna put a load on it right now and see what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Boost isn't going to the motor yet. Even if we finish everything, it wouldn't matter because it's not tuned, and we need to it'll probably next week before we can get it tuned. So
Yep.
hopefully next week we'll finish the cold side, and then that Saturday see if Caesar can fit us in and get a base tune on it.
We're gonna go back to all performance exhaust to finish the cold side.
Cold
All
side,
right.
and you want to do the other mufflers?
Yeah,
Might
why
do that,
not?
right?
If it gets annoying, yeah.
Well, I want to run them because they're sick as.
Yeah, pretty much.
We just did that right now because we don't want to take. They still had to build the cold side, and I don't want to. E-brake on?
You ready? All right, check it out. Turbo V6 in the making. Yeah, I need to buy new Baileys. Whew. Oh damn, it does Damn, that truck looks sexy as man. Sounds nice. Made for only one. Yeah, you heard it?
Yeah, how did it sound like?
It sounded badass.
Did it?
Yeah.
That sounds good. I was
You want to check the oil and see?
like, that's fine.
Everything so far so good. So far so good, and I am happy. Is that supposed to happen? Oh, it turned off already.
Yeah, so make sure you don't leave the key on. Open the door
Why?
until I get a new relay, because where we tapped it into is like accessories.
Yeah.
So until you open the door,
Yeah.
it'll stay on.
Just like at the radio.
Like a radio.
Oh, I get you now.
So I ordered a new place to tap it, but it won't be here till Wednesday.
For this channel, we're just exploring. Still gonna get a V8, but I like tinkering. We like tinkering. Interesting, different, random content for you guys to watch. And as this channel grows, it'll get there to the trophy truck. That is the goal. So yeah, like and subscribe, turn the bell notification on. Oh yeah, follow him on YouTube. Follow him on YouTube. I'll put his Instagram as well. Let me see. Sylvester, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Turtle. Thank you, Jack.
Jack.
Joe Black.
Hey, give me that 11. We'll take that turbo off.